are live. What's going on, everybody? It's Jeremy, joined by Ryan, joined by Jay, better known as Drunk 3PO, and we're gonna try to talk to you guys during this ceremony for Kobe, which I'm watching right now on ESPN Plus. I can't show it obviously because YouTube will take it down, but man, this has been a hell of a week. And I still haven't really fully processed what has happened. And I know you guys have been dealing with, your side of it too, which is kind of similar to mine. Kobe Bryant, my favorite basketball player of all time, and loved the dude, man. Loved him. And
they're all wearing his
they all got 8s and 24s.
See it on TV now. They're all wearing 8 and 20. Like the teams are wearing his jersey.
Right on. That's awesome. I'm watching it now.
Awesome. It's something that doesn't make sense, like how you feel about it. Because I've never felt this way when somebody passed away that wasn't a member of my family or close to, or like got like news of like a terminal illness or something like that I was close to. I've never met Kobe Bryant. I've watched Kobe Bryant play basketball live a couple times and on TV for forever, but I've watched that with a bunch of other people too. And when tragedies happen, I don't feel this way. It's a testament to who he is and what he meant to the game and to everybody. The things that he had to overcome. Obviously, he's a dude that was gifted with so much talent, and he worked his ass off. But the things in his public life, his family life that he had to work through to become the father and the husband that he was is inspirational. It's not something that everybody would be able to do. So for him to be at the point in his life where he was, and then to have all that literally come crashing down in a second.
Yeah. Rough. How about you, Jay?
Well, yeah, it's like, I remember it's so crazy. Me and Jeremy Jeremy called me on the phone the day before, and we were having a basketball conversation about Kobe. And it was just so weird. We were talking about Kobe because it was Uche's thing with Dirk and all that stuff. Remember that all started, and then we were like, it just shows how big this guy was for us. Like, we were literally talking about Kobe Bryant, comparing him to other basketballs on the phone the day before the helicopter crash, and you think you get like a grasp of things, or sort of, and then his wife sends out messages, and then other people with stories, and then you see Shaquille O'Neal, and you see Jerry West, you see all these people talking, and just sharing things about who he was, and it just kind of stirs it all up. It stirs it all up again, and it just doesn't seem real.
I know. We're watching the game
for him to just walk out there and everybody cheer. And,
we're watching the game for everybody joining us. We're watching the game right now. Obviously, we can't show the game, but we just wanted to, go live and just kind of talk about everything as we're witnessing it. It looks like half the team is wearing 8s, the other half is wearing 24s in their warm-ups. LeBron is rocking the 24.
What do you do? What do you do when you go to this game? When you, if you're someone that's attending these games, they're handing out Kobe shirts. Everyone in the stands is going to have a Kobe Bryant shirt on. Do you cheer? Do you cry? What do you do?
I think if you're there as a Kobe fan, I think you go in there with the mentality that you want to see the Lakers whoop some ass, the Mamba mentality. And look, I sent you guys a link the other day with Magic Johnson when he went on, was it Jimmy Kimmel?
Oh yeah, it was perfect.
Yeah, and Magic, man, I mean, you wouldn't have thought that Kobe passed away the way Magic was. Magic Johnson has one of the all-time great personalities ever, and Magic has the ability to command any situation he's involved in, and he just completely made everybody feel better in that moment. And that's how you have to do it, man. You got to just look forward, move forward. That's the Mamba mentality.
Well, that was the thing too. The first thing he said was, he goes, if Kobe was here, he would tell me to shut up and get out here. And yeah, they knew him, and they knew they knew what he would what Kobe would say to them in this moment. It's just, yeah. And Magic Johnson just did it. He did it so well. He did it so well, and it's just surreal.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
I remember, like Dwayne Wade was sharing the story when, and I have Dwayne Wade on my wall, but where he broke Kobe Bryant's nose when they played against each other. Did you guys ever see that interview?
Mm-hmm.
And Dwayne Wade was like, "Hey man, sorry I broke your nose," and he goes, "Nah." And Kobe was like, "I love it. I love when that's it's just his killer instinct." Was like, and I'll never forget. Like I shared this in my own video. Was the day he didn't flinch with Matt Barnes was probably the most epic. Because we've all listen, man. If you play sports, everybody does that. You take the ball and you try to throw it in someone's face,
and flinch.
See how far they'll flinch. You know what I mean? And
Kobe didn't flinch,
dude. Like didn't even like move. It was just like that. It was absolutely amazing.
All-time alpha move right there.
Nothing.
Yep. Sir Ruin of House Roundhead. Jeremy, I like what you had to say about Kobe in your video. And I know it was not easy for you to speak about him. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm just a fan, you know, and so I don't have it hit me as a fan, obviously, but more so as a dad is where it really hit me. And it's just tough, man. And again, you look at Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant was the, as I said in my video, that's the definitive alpha male right there. You know, 41 years old at the peak of his life. You know, he's already accomplished everything you could imagine in the sport of basketball. And then he was taking his life to the next level with what he was doing with his daughter. And for him to lose his life in this way is just, again, I don't believe it still. I don't believe it. I don't believe it's real. So, yeah, it's crazy, man.
See, every time they show that wreckage,
to see just like every player, every NBA personality is breaking down.
Yep.
It's rough.
Yeah, well, they're showing all the highlights of players and from the WNBA to, just.
And like you talked about it a little bit earlier, Jeremy, like the pressure that is on LeBron James right now, that he's put on himself, like kind of saying that I am taking this. You know, I'm taking the mantle of Kobe Bryant. I don't even think he's putting it on himself, though. I think he's just. I mean, again, if LeBron was still in Cleveland or if LeBron was in Miami and this happened, you're talking about a different situation. The fact that he is now in Los Angeles,
isn't that just bizarre? It's just. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you, but yeah,
no, you're good. You know,
it's amazing. It's just that's crazy how this.
Mm-hmm. It is. I mean, because and I think they talked about this earlier. First Take, if I'm not mistaken, not First Take. Undisputed. Skip and Shannon were talking about how LeBron and Kobe have not always been close. They haven't been enemies. They haven't been negatively against each other. But there was always that was professional rivalry with the fan bases, really more so than them, because they never face each other in the finals or anything like that. But there was always a rivalry within the fans. But they really, like when LeBron first came to LA. He faced. I mean, Kobe Bryant has the most passionate fan base I've ever seen for an athlete. I told you this earlier, Ryan. Like that's the strongest fan base I've ever seen for an athlete. And when LeBron came there, he was facing an uphill battle. You know what I mean? Because Kobe had just retired.
Of course.
LeBron didn't have that respect like Kobe does. And he started to earn it. He finally was starting to earn that respect. Kobe embraced him. He passed Kobe for the all-time points, third, I think, on the all-time points list. Kobe fully embraced him. Kobe fully wrapped his arms around him and basically, did that. And then Kobe's last tweet, basically saying like, congrats, King James for taking, the sport to the next level or whatever. That was it, man. The next day. And for LeBron to be in Los Angeles under those circumstances, how it all played out. This is pressure like I've never seen an athlete under for what LeBron's dealing with.
It's just unbelievable written, like this story that the thing with Kobe Bryant too, though, if you followed his career, he wasn't the nicest person to play with. If you weren't on his level, he let you know over and over and over and over and over. And like he didn't.
He's like Michael.
Yeah, he wasn't into like the mode. I remember I shared this on my video. They played against Miami. They lost that game. The Lakers lost that game. Kobe decided to skip the flight home. Didn't even tell he only told like one of the coaches. Stayed in Miami, waited till everyone to leave. Paid one of Miami's like 2 or 3 of their ball boy positions to stay with him from 2, and he worked out at the arena from 2 a.m. to like 4 a.m. Then he got his own flight back to LA. Didn't say anything to his teammates, and his teammates were like, where's Kobe Bryant? He just didn't say anything to him. He's like, if you want to win, you're gonna have to. I can't tell you what to do. If you want to win, you have to be on this level. And I remember them talking about that during that season, of that being one of the moments for the rest of the team to try to step up on that level. But man, there's videos of him in practice just cursing out everybody because they came in lazy, they overslept, they were late, they were this, and he just didn't play. Yes, Phil Jackson in his book 11 Rings did say Kobe in his younger days was uncoachable. Mm-hmm. But he was like at the time, he was like, that was after Jordan retired. Kobe was the man, though. He was the man in the NBA. Yep. So he was on top of the world. But he when he realized he needed more to win, he started to learn a lot more and reading, watching Kobe's biography, the one that he did himself. He just said that when he had Shaquille O'Neal, he felt like he didn't need to be coached. He felt like they could do everything. And then he's like, I don't need Shaquille. And they had their issues and all that stuff split. But then Kobe grew as a person, realizing, okay, if I'm going to win more championships, I need to listen to what's out there. I can't keep doing the same thing. It just shows the kind of person he is. Never stop learning, never stop learning. And that's what Jerry West was sharing on TNT. He was just saying Kobe would call just to learn stuff and spend time on the phone for hours just to learn about like basketball and stuff. Oh man, there's pictures of him and his kids. That's
I'm watching it now.
So but as a high school, listen, cut me off because I don't want to blab the whole time, but I coached high school basketball for years, and Kobe has a lot of training stuff that you can get as a high school basketball coach for things like that. And we use that stuff all the time. And it was just basically the whole video was like, do you want it or not? Like you can't blame the refs. You can't blame your coach. You can't blame it. You got to like, he's one of the only workout videos where he's like, you have to put the work in when nobody else will. That's what makes you a champion. And, we use that over and over for my teams. And last year, Eastern champions, my high school. So
congrats. What'd you have, Ryan?
So I have a story. Down here in San Diego, there's obviously a lot of people that do kind of double duty or have worked both places in LA and San Diego, a lot of crossover. So there was one story I heard, because obviously I've been just listening to as much as I can of people talking about it. One guy, Steve Hartman, who worked up in LA for a long time, now does San Diego radio, was pretty, he was a guy who was a beat reporter. He followed them along. He was pretty critical of Kobe a lot during his time with the Lakers at different times. But he was telling one story about the 2006 playoffs when there was some friction between management and Kobe. And that was the Phoenix Suns series where I think was a game. I don't remember if it was game 3 or game 4. But it was when Kobe had that game winner. It goes into overtime. They get the tip. Kobe runs to his spot, goes up, hits the game winner, fist pump to the middle of the floor. An iconic Kobe moment. And the next day, they have to travel the next day, and the team gets there and Kobe's not there. It's like, oh, his wife has literally just gone into labor. So he's staying there, didn't travel with the team. They're like, they don't know if he's going to get here in time for the game. What's going to happen? He wasn't there for practice. And everybody, the media is sitting in the hotel the night before. And Kobe at like 3 a.m. or something strolls in. He finally got there, got his flight, gets to the hotel. And he comes there and he's just talking to them. And this is a dude who had just hit this clutch game winner is just like a god right now in LA for what he did in the NBA. And all he could talk about was his kid.
Yeah.
Yep. That's it, man.
Yeah.
That's Kobe. That's Kobe.
And it's I gotta finish. So he sat down. He's telling everybody how excited he was. And it's like, do you have a name? He says, yeah, Gianna. So when I heard that story, that kind of brought it all back to that girl dad thing that was going around. And as someone who has kids, yeah, it just hurts, man.
Yep. I feel you, man. I feel you. And when you see a dude like that, when it happens, that's where it wakes you up on that level. And but all we can do is move forward and honor this dude. He deserves it. There's no doubt about that. We've got, I want to say hello to everybody who's joining. So we are not watching the live stream per se here. We're watching it. And right now, Stephen A. Smith is talking. We got Will Bond. We got Paul Pierce. We got Jalen Rose. They're all at the desk. It just showed LeBron just a few minutes earlier. LeBron you can see it in his eyes. I mean, look, this is not a time if you hate LeBron, that's perfectly fine. I'm not a fan of LeBron James either. I think that's all. We're all beyond that at this point. I mean, I want to see LeBron go out, and I want to see LeBron win the championship this year for the Lakers. I want to see the Lakers win it. I think they're in a great position this year with Anthony Davis and LeBron James. I am not sure if I've ever seen an athlete facing more pressure than I've seen that what LeBron James is under right now. And I don't know if you can even compare anything any other athlete has dealt with under the circumstances. Is there a name that you guys are thinking of? I mean, I just can't see another scenario where if you line up all the cards, is there another scenario? I mean, I look at racing because I'm a racing fan. I remember when Dale Earnhardt died, and honestly, in the world of racing, what happened to Dale Earnhardt is on the level of what happened to Kobe Bryant. It might be even beyond in that little world because it happened on the track, and Dale Earnhardt died in the biggest race in the sport. Literally the Super Bowl, Dale Earnhardt died on the final lap of the final turn of the Super Bowl of NASCAR with his team leading with the car he owned winning the race and his son winning or placing second. That was a unbelievable moment. The difference with Kobe is I just think the overall scale of what Kobe meant and what basketball is on a global level, because the NBA is global, whereas NASCAR is more specific to the United States and certain states. Whereas Kobe is a global icon.
Kobe is like the most popular NBA player next to Yao Ming in China.
Yeah.
He actually has his own stores there, things like that you could go and it's incredible.
Oh, hang on. Kobe tribute now. Let's see if we can.
So
I hate that we can't show you guys this, but
Usher singing the national anthem.
Yeah. I think he's singing an Amazing Grace. He's singing Amazing Grace right now.
I don't have the volume up, so
You're chanting MVP.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like you said with the pressure, it's imagine what was on him already. Going to LA, that was not an easy thing to do, even if he knew or could expect exactly who he was going to get there. It's not an easy thing to do, to be in the shadow of Magic, to be in the shadow of Kobe, to know that fan base is not going to accept you. And I don't like LeBron James. That's pretty well documented, but the guy, like I said, he has the pressure on him, but from his words, it's pretty clear that he wants to do the best he can to honor the legacy that he feels was given to him.
The world's watching him. That's just.
Yeah. Did you see the tattoo that he got?
Yeah, the Black Mamba.
Yeah.
Yep. So, yeah. It's a tough deal, man. I'm trying to here. I want to listen to Usher for a minute.
I mean, this is it's going to be difficult because we still haven't. Gosh, I don't even like the funeral service and stuff and all that's going to be coming. And
when is the funeral? Do we know when the funeral is?
But I think they're doing it in the Staples Center, so I'm not. I don't think they've.
No.
Man,
Golly, man, this is so sad. This is so sad watching this.
God. They showed that Devin Booker clip where he was just like, absolutely a wreck.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, it's Jeremy, it's Ryan, it's Jay, and we're just talking about Kobe, and we're watching, the honoring of Kobe Bryant right now. Usher is singing. Is he singing "Amazing Grace"? Is that what he's singing?
Yeah.
And it's man.
I need to go up there. It's it's a 2-hour trip or so. I want to go up there and just like see there's murals popping up everywhere. There's obviously people laying flowers everywhere for Kobe. God.
Yeah, I'd put this Usher performance on the level of something like what Elton John had to do for, Princess Di, when he sang, that's got to be a tough situation right there. I don't know much about the Princess Di stuff, but obviously she was, a big deal. This just does not make sense. It still doesn't feel real. It just doesn't. I'm waiting for Kobe Bryant to show up. Did everyone see Vanessa's post? Did she make another one, or are we talking about the one she made yesterday?
No, I don't think she made another one.
I don't think she made another one, but I did see that one. I saw someone ask where Kobe compared to Kevin Durant. I don't really compare those two per se.
Yeah,
and, that's Kevin Durant's just a much different basketball player. Kobe is the closest thing we've seen to Jordan in terms of how he played, his style. He mimicked Jordan in a lot of ways, but I don't put Kobe second all time or anything. Kobe again is my favorite player of all time. But okay, yesterday's post, I think we all saw that.
Yeah,
Kobe is he's in my top 10 all time if I'm looking at it objectively. But Jordan's number one. So
it's just to me. Like you said, Kobe tried to emulate Jordan in every way, and he's the closest thing we've seen, but he wasn't there. He's you hate to take a moment to talk about the differences between them, but 85% of Michael Jordan. That's always kind of how I saw him. I would want that dude with the ball in his hands at the end of the game, no doubt about it. Just like I would want it in MJ's hands. But when you look at the total body of work,
yep. Let's see. Yes, I did see. I don't know who this guy is. Ari
Schaefer.
I saw. Did you see it? Oh,
no,
he was
he
was happy. He was happy. He was talking about how he's happy Kobe was dead, and he was celebrating it, and then he got absolutely roasted, rightfully so. He's some comedian, some shot jock jerk off. And honestly, there's a lot of Kobe stuff. I know you guys have been asking, hey, Jeremy, why aren't you covering how the media is treating Kobe? Why aren't you covering? Honestly, I just haven't had the energy. You know what I mean? I haven't had the energy to cover this Kobe stuff. So
it's weird. I was telling Ryan today. It's funny. Me and Ryan talk probably more than anybody. Well, at least in this community. I just said I have been having a hard time just wanting to make videos. You guys know I celebrated not my birthday, but someone special to me birthday the other day, and it's just trying to put. You just put everything in perspective. I don't know. It just takes. You just get shocked into reality on things, and it's just. I don't know, man. It's emotional roller coaster is what it's called. They're showing video of him talking. There he is in high school. Is that high? Yeah, that's high school.
Yep.
You know, we just had so recently too. It's ironic that we had, was it last year that we had Spike Lee's Kobe Doing Work documentary?
Yeah.
I don't know if that was last year, but it was very recent.
It was recent. I don't know if it was last year, but it was recent.
It was very recent. So seeing all of that and that was, on all our minds. The fact that I think we had the 81 point anniversary very recently too. And I saw a commercial on sport or on ESPN where they had, Jalen Rose walking up. It's like Kobe never forgets to remind Jalen about that day. And he walks up to the table and like orders a martini, and which is like, how many olives would you like in that, sir? He says 81. He looks like straight at Jalen for like 5 seconds. He's like, I'm just playing.
That's Kobe, man.
Yeah, exactly. So and I saw a tweet too from Shaq a couple years ago. It was like, I'm watching the replay of Kobe's 81 point game, and it makes me wonder, did he just wake up in the morning and say, Jalen's guarding me, I'm going to get 80 today?
He replies.
Yeah, Kobe's like, yup.
Oh, man.
I remember that game. I only remember it is because ESPN came on like live and said, hey, if you're not watching, Kobe's about to score. He's got 60 points by this time. And then everybody changed the channel over to where he was playing Toronto.
Yeah.
And just took it to another. Wow, it was incredible. They aired his final game not a couple days ago.
Yeah, his 60-point game. We'll never see anything like that, I don't think. I mean, that was crazy. I remember watching that, man. That was insane.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and everybody was trying to get him there too, because it didn't mean too much for the Lakers, but the fact that the reason Kobe got there was because they came back and that like he wanted to win that game. That's the best part about that. No, it wasn't that he scored 60. It was the fact that he brought them back and he won the game for them in his last game of his career.
Yeah.
It was in the speech at the end where he's like, man, it's different. You spend your whole career, everybody yelling at you to pass. Now everyone was yelling at you to shoot.
Yep. And have you seen his Dear Basketball? Was it Dear Basketball? Is that the title of his short film? That's incredible. Like it's so good.
They're actually playing some of that right now.
That's what reminded me. Because they just showed a clip of it, and this shit still doesn't feel real, dude. It really doesn't.
Well, the things that he was gonna do with his daughter and girls basketball, and I remember they would ask him if he was ever going to coach. Would he ever coach his daughter? And just the funny things he would say about that. And
yep,
man, it's it's crazy.
It doesn't make any sense, man. It really, really doesn't.
That's why life. Kobe would always talk about life being a gift, man, and go out and get it. Stop waiting for things to happen. Make it happen. Stop listening to what people tell you your limitations are. And he just constantly poured that out on people, man, and on children in his camp, in his basketball camps and everything, and just make it happen. And too many people just sitting around, like sitting on their dreams and their talents and their gifts, and they're not doing anything with it because they're waiting for somebody else to do it for them. And he's like, you got to make it happen. You just got to make it happen for yourself and stop living in excuses and stop listening to other people's lies saying that you're not worthy enough. You're not good at, oh man, they're showing his daughter playing basketball.
He used to post so many images of like them on Instagram of just them training in the gym that he's got like at his house. Cause he's got a whole thing there. And teaching her at like the age of, I mean, she was probably 10 or 11 when they first started posting those, but teaching her all his moves. She's going to be an absolute superstar. And then you got 3 other kids and his wife sitting there missing him.
Does anybody know if they're there tonight?
I don't know. I haven't seen them.
I don't know how.
I can't imagine they could be.
I couldn't imagine if they're. I wouldn't. I hope they're not. I mean, obviously, whatever is going to work best for them, but I would hope they're not. Man.
Jay Rickman, I never shed a tear over a non-family member's death, especially a celebrity. But when I found out Kobe and his daughter, I couldn't believe it, and it was true, and I started crying. Yeah, man. That's same. It doesn't.
The daughter aspect is what really takes this to.
That's the thing, man. Yeah. Man,
That's really it, man. I mean, again,
I don't even want to share, but you guys know we were sharing in a private chat.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Golly. Now what is he playing on the?
I'll listen.
Let me turn the volume up
on the cello.
I missed it
because I have captions on. It's just showing a musical note.
Pretty big crowd outside Staples, with the whole memorial out there right now.
Heavy duty stuff, man.
The Clippers were supposed to play the Lakers, so they just took that entire game and moved it to the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it's TBD.
Yeah, I don't know if it's officially been rescheduled yet, but yeah, they just postponed it.
And they just showed the names of all of the victims from the crash.
And it is, it's
the other people were basketball coaches and
baseball coach.
Baseball coach, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the other thing to remember. You know, there's a bunch of other families who, maybe could care less about everything else. They are grieving because they lost, the most important thing in the world to them.
Honestly, how would those families feel? I mean, I don't know how it feels to be them. You've got the entire world, honoring, Kobe for all the right reasons, and I'm sure they understand those reasons. But at the same time, you're sitting there going, my pain is equal, and I don't know. I don't want to get into all that, but it's just that's an observation for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how people would feel about that. When you're grieving, everything is bubbling up to the top. You're frustrated. You're bitter. You're angry. You don't understand. So I'm sure it is really tough. They've got 24.2 seconds. They're going to do a moment of silence.
Let's join in.
There you go. Yeah, I don't know how these guys can keep it together on the floor, to be honest.
Now, number 2 is his daughter's jersey.
Yeah, it was his daughter's number.
And they've got two chanting Kobe now. They've got 2 seats right there, I believe, in center court. One with her jersey, one with his jersey, with roses on it. Boys to Men are going to sing national anthem.
Wow. Were they selling tickets to this game?
I'm not sure.
Well, Lakers tickets aren't easy to get.
Right. Okay.
So I would imagine that they were gone. I guarantee you there's a lot of people that put them up on StubHub.
I didn't know if it's a special night. I want you to know how many people are there, for special.
Somebody is just.
He's losing it.
breaking down. That's got to be Quinn Cook, I think.
Yeah.
Quinn Cook, who's he wears number 2, and he's deciding to change his number to 28. So 2 for Gianna and 8 for Kobe for the rest of the year.
God, I don't even who are the Lakers playing. I don't even know who they're playing.
Trailblazers.
The Trailblazers. Okay. God, it just showed you. I can't even.
And Dame Lillard, who's got one of the hottest streaks going on in the NBA right now. But Stargazer in chat says StubHub said tickets were going for 5 times as much.
Yeah.
And StubHub was donating all proceeds to charity.
Wow.
Jeez.
Good for them.
Carmelo is sitting out. He's too emotional. I hear that. There goes LeBron.
Oh man.
Man, this is heavy stuff. Is LeBron going to speak? Holy shit.
Oh, man.
Holy shit. I'm turning it up.
He's got a speech.
Oh, wow.
He's got a letter, at least.
Damn.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome LeBron James. Before I get started on the speech that I have, I want to acknowledge all the lives that were lost Sunday morning. Alyssa Altabelli, John Altabelli, Carrie Altabelli, Peyton Chester, Sarah Chester, Christina Mauser, Ara Zabanya, Gianna Bryant, and Kobe Bryant. Now, I got something written down. You know, they asked me to kind of stay on course or whatever the case may be, but Laker Nation, man, I would be selling y'all short if I read off this shit, so I'm gonna go straight from the heart. The first thing that comes to mind, man, is all about family. And as I look around this arena, we're all grieving, we're all hurt, we're all heartbroken. And when we're going through things like this, the best thing you can do is lean on the shoulders of your family. And from Sunday morning all the way to this point, now I heard about Laker Nation before I got here last year about how much of a family it is. And that is absolutely what I've seen this whole week, not only from the players, not only from the coaching staff, not only from the organization, but from everybody. Everybody that's here, this is really, truly a family. And I know Kobe and Gianna and Vanessa and everybody, thank you guys from the bottom of their heart, as Kobe said.
Yes, the speech is live, everybody. Can't show it, but I'm letting you hear it.
We will have a memorial for Kobe. But I look at this as a celebration tonight. This is a celebration of the 20 years of the blood, the sweat, the tears, the broken down body, the getting up, the sitting down, the everything, the countless hours, the determination to be as great as he could be. Tonight, we celebrate the kid that came here at 18 years of age, retired at 38, and became Probably the best dad that we've seen over the last 3 years, man. Tonight is a celebration. Before we get to play, love y'all, man. Kobe is a brother to me, and from the time I was in high school, watching him afar, to getting in this league at 18, watching him up close, all the battles that we had throughout my career, the one thing that we always shared is that determination to just want to win. They just want to be great. And the fact that I'm here now means so much to me. I want to continue along with my teammates to continue his legacy, not only for this year, but as long as we can play the game of basketball that we love, because that's what Kobe Bryant will want. So in the words of Kobe Bryant, Mamba out, but in the words of us, not forgotten. Live on, brother.
Good stuff, LeBron. Good stuff. Damn. This is harder than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
I'm on a delay, so you guys are ahead of me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm watching it on.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah, I'm watching it directly on cable, but I also have it on my stream, and it is definitely behind on the stream.
They blocked
I
out.
can still hear it.
Can you shed a little light on something when he said something like they want me to keep to script, and then like it just the
He was like they want me to read something, but
they
that
blocked it out on mine.
He's like,
yeah. They gave him sound like they gave him a prepared statement, and he said, if I read from that shit, I wouldn't be honoring you, Laker Nation, so he threw it down.
Oh,
so,
okay.
yeah. I don't know about that.
I mean, I have to be honest. I think that was LeBron putting some theatrics behind it.
I don't want to make that about this, but it's very clear that LeBron was going to do that the entire time. He had no intention of doing that speech. It's one of the reasons that LeBron James drives me crazy.
Same here. But I'm not gonna, whatever. I'm gonna let it go.
Yeah,
it's what LeBron does, But it regardless if it was or wasn't, it was still a very, very powerful speech, and that couldn't have been easy for LeBron. Yeah, man, heavy duty stuff for sure.
Yeah.
So
the dad stuff, I think, is what gets so many like. But the thing is, a lot of the people affected aren't dads or anything, and they're still.
Oh yeah,
they're still absolutely. Like that too.
Absolutely.
Yep. So it is what it is. It was awesome though. LeBron has got more pressure than any athlete, like I said, that I can remember with all the circumstances and everything. But let's see. Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to say, we've been doing nothing but praising LeBron like nonstop. I mean, I
love LeBron, so I'm the difference of opinion. So,
our hate boners are showing hard.
I don't even know why you would even say that. Jay is like,
it better come fucking suck it off then.
I love. I'm different with them when it comes to LeBron. So,
hey man,
I got him freaking hanging from my wall here. What the heck?
I think he's the second greatest player I've ever seen. So, but anyway, regardless of that, that whole ceremony was perfect, was beautiful, executed, and I think now moving forward, it's just one of those things. Moving forward, man, it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. And so.
But if we take away anything from this for our own personal selves, it's moving forward with what's important, and just you got to learn to tell people that you love them, man, and realize that life is such a gift, It's like when Shaq was speaking, man, that just really hit home. Where Shaq was like, "I'm just so busy, I don't really say anything to any." You know what I mean? He's like, "I need to do a better job in calling people. I need to do a better job in talking to people. I need to do a better job in telling, this and that." And it was just messing him up emotionally. And I think I'm not for everybody, but people need to take those words to heart too, and say those and be like that and take that. And we do need to do a better job because we get so wrapped up in stuff. We get so wrapped up in pointless stuff. I'm only speaking for myself. You get wrapped up in pointless stuff, and at the end of the day, it's not. Some of these things you get wrapped up in doesn't really matter, and you have to really focus on the things that matter. So.
You know what? I'm sorry. I've got to say, I don't like. I just don't like LeBron. What he did. I don't like the speech. I got caught up in the moment. I didn't like the speech. I didn't like it. I have to say it. I didn't like it. I felt it was self-gratifying. It didn't feel right to me. I don't know if I'm out of line on that, but
yeah.
If Shaq should have been the one to come out there and speak. If we're talking about a player, but I mean, I just didn't like it. I didn't like it.
I didn't like it either. I don't necessarily think he. I saw a couple people saying he made it like all about him. I don't agree with that, but I definitely think there were the theatrics involved, which is fine.
I disagree. I don't think there was anybody else there that could have said anything.
Magic, Jerry West,
but maybe they didn't ask them. Maybe they didn't ask them to.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. Is like maybe they didn't ask them to.
Yeah, because I mean, those are the three people I've just heard, just this week that had some pretty powerful stuff to say. Jerry West, man, he was like almost inconsolable, because like he lost a son. The stories that Jerry West shared were they were awesome, man. Yeah, that was awesome. When he was playing for when Jerry West was in Memphis. And Kobe was talking about going and playing for the Clippers. And he's like, Kobe, you can't play for the Clippers. Like a guy who's over Memphis, but just cares about the man and cares about the franchise. Yeah. But did you see that we got a couple super chats, Jeremy?
I didn't even see them. I got caught up.
I got you. So we got one $5 from RC from the NYC. What's going on, brother? Who sent me something in the mail today. I got to open it tomorrow. Hey folks, just wanted to drop in real quick. # Mamba mentality forever. Absolutely. And then thank you, RC. And then Australian $2 from Lethal Lightning. I love you all. And Lethal's been telling everybody he loves him for a while. He's spreading that. He is spreading that love around. So thank you, Lethal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm man, it's just a lot. It's just a lot going on, man. So ultimately I'm going to be pulling for the Lakers to dominate. I don't really see how the Trailblazers can even try to compete. I really don't.
Yeah, that's one of the things I was thinking of too. Like if you're CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard, like, you just send all these people home with the 30-point blowout. It's like, I mean, that's what they're going to try to do. You have to try to do that, but I don't know. The mental games is something like this has to play to you.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
when you're trying to perform.
It's just this is the first game the Lakers have played since the incident.
Yeah,
the Trailblazers have already played.
Yeah, and Damian Lillard is hot as hell right now.
So yeah, so it's like, yeah, they might feel way too much. They have such a younger bench and stuff. They might.
Oh, AD looks like he's
too much pressure. I can't. I don't even know what it would be like to be on that court. That would just be.
I mean, at this point, I still feel like I don't feel like there's a player on that court that should feel pressure except for LeBron James. LeBron James is under insane pressure right now. Absolutely insane pressure. I mean, it's. Everybody's expecting LeBron to drop 50 tonight. You know what I mean?
They're doing a 24-second violation here to start the game out.
I'm turning it up so people can hear. I don't care.
And now Portland, they played twice already this week, also with their tribute, an 8-second backdoor violation.
They're gonna do the 8-second.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I've ever seen on this level is Dale Earnhardt's passing. You know, that's about the only thing I've seen.
Yeah, and the other thing is we've seen players deal with personal tragedies, like Michael Jordan's father being killed, Brett Favre's family, you know, and then playing, but nothing like this. This is.
Hey, there was a block.
Yeah.
Just blocked to open the game. So I guess.
Oh man, I'm behind.
Can you imagine if that dunk would have went down? That would have been an eruption like crazy. So at least they're playing. Oh,
Well,
LeBron's got AD wide open. AD with the dunk. I'm sorry if I'm ahead, Jay. I'm sorry.
That's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Do your thing.
Go ahead, Ryan.
No, I was going to say is I thought LeBron was going to try to take it to the hole and throw something down, and then he dunked it off to JaVale, big JaVale McGee at the end. But here's CJ McCollum. So if you guys haven't been paying attention, you know, talking actually basketball, Damian Lillard's I think he's had 33 threes in the past 4 games, which is tied for an NBA record. Dude has been on fire.
They're going to be whose record is it? Steph's or Clay's record?
Probably one of them. I don't even know who it was over a 4-game stretch. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But
I'm wondering LeBron. Well, I'm wanting to see if LeBron's going to hit his first shot. LeBron's got the ball right now. He's driving in, hits it out, and boom! Nope, missed it. So not LeBron.
Avery Bradley's been struggling. If you're LeBron, right now he's playing this is normally what he does in the first quarter, try to get everybody going.
Yeah, that's his normal game.
Yeah, but you got to wonder if what he's going to try to do tonight. You know what I mean? Well, turn the ball over, I guess. That's got to be a foul on JaVale McGee. He just shoved.
He just threw him down.
Nah, we're gonna let the Lakers win tonight, though. You know, I'm interested to see what LeBron is going to do if he wants to make some kind of statement. If he wants to go out and drop 50, if he wants to go out and drop 60. I don't know.
This is the thing about LeBron. He can drop 60 if he wants. He could drop 60 every fucking night. That's how good he is. He could. If he had that mentality, like he just doesn't have that mentality. And I'm not saying he couldn't. I'm not saying I'm not saying he could average 60. He could average 35, 40 if he wanted to, but that's just not his game, you know? So what tonight, like, again, man, we're several minutes into the first quarter and he hasn't taken a shot. So I'm not sure that he's going to drop 50 tonight, but we'll see. I mean, he does this right now. And again, yes, you're right. I'm not seeing anything different out of LeBron right now it seems like a normal game. You know what I mean? He doesn't have a lot of aggression right now. He's just being facilitator LeBron. He seems like he's on that. I'm going to drop 25, get, 8 assists and 10 rebounds.
Everybody's playing sloppy as hell. I'll tell you that.
Yes, they are.
It is very sloppy right now.
What was that?
Amino's
defense.
Yeah, Amino's pissed because got pushed by LeBron.
I got a couple super chats.
Yeah.
Night Send. Hey, Drunk 3PO, loved your video with your thoughts on Kobe. It was very inspiring and hit the nail on the head. # never be fearful. Great job, man.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it was a great video, but it really was. So, and so was yours, Ryan.
Try to live my life like that too. It's just like, you just got one shot in life, man. Just take it.
Did LeBron just airball that?
He did airball. So LeBron just airballed and then in typical fashion stood underneath the basket and waited for a turnover and then got a cherry pick dunk. So those are how LeBron gets first points. Sorry to interrupt.
Raging Rhino says, my heart's been broken all week. Hope you're doing okay. Thank you, Raging Rhino. We appreciate that. Appreciate you guys being here. We obviously cannot show the stream. I know so many people have probably tuned in and like, these fuckers aren't showing the stream. You motherfuckers, you pieces of shit. We can't. I'm sorry. So we are kind of giving you some half-ass play-by-play a little bit.
Yeah. But Jay, that was an awesome video, man. Everyone's got such different feelings about it, and it's tough to. We all had to kind of wait a couple days to put it into words.
Yeah, definitely.
It is. I will say it. Like just watching this game, it is incredibly sloppy.
Yeah, it's like a no defense. It's like everyone's just standing around.
Oh, God, I hate these cherry picks. It's all the Lakers do. And it makes sense because it's effective.
Yeah, but I can't. Hassan Whiteside, I can't stand. Yeah, see, that's terrible. Well, I'm behind you guys, but
let's see.
This looks like playground basketball.
It's really sloppy right now.
Yeah, it just everything is.
Everyone's just driving, and no one's.
I don't think people know what to do right now.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say the same thing. I think people are kind of like, what? Oh, my God.
I think some people are like, are we supposed to play? Are we supposed to play with Mamba mentality? Or at least on the Trailblazers are probably like, are we supposed to try? Or are we supposed to
Dame's trying. Dame's he's not messing around. Everybody else just seems kind of like they're
yeah, James.
Oh, John says you're waiting for the next I can't stand LeBron coming. I fucking hate LeBron James. I hope the Lakers lose every game the rest of the season. Doesn't mean I don't miss Kobe Bryant.
By the way, I hate LeBron James too. I can't stand him. And none of this. I respect LeBron, but nothing's changed on that. I've always respected LeBron James as a basketball player. Nothing will change from that. He's my second. He's number 2 on my all-time list. He's just not my favorite player by any means. He's actually my least favorite player, probably of all time. I really hate LeBron James. I really do. Maybe Dwight Howard. I might hate Dwight Howard a little bit more after what he did to Orlando, but that's about it.
I love LeBron James. He brought me 2 championships, and one day they're gonna do a 30 for 30 about those 4 years in Miami. Watch, and it's gonna be. I will always love him for that. So he can do no wrong in my eyes, and the things that he done for which is non-basketball related, the children and the schools and stuff. To me, that's huge for me. So. That's just me. I'm not these guys up there.
No, I mean, LeBron will let you know, too. He pays good money so they can get good media coverage for all his good deeds. He wants everybody to know.
Michael Jordan doesn't build no school for poor kids. That's all I'm saying. He overcharges for sneakers.
Listen, in fairness to Michael Jordan, okay, he didn't have time because he was too busy cheating on his wife with pretty much every woman that he could sleep with. So give the man a break, okay? Give the man a break.
He was too busy doing alpha shit, like cheating on his wife, just smoking cigars and playing poker. He don't have time for kids. Buy my shoes.
That was good. I'll give you that one. I didn't see that one. I was like waiting for my comeback. I don't need one. That was good. Yeah, that was good.
Oh man,
that was good.
John says, and here comes the hate train. Chugga. Fuck you.
I was one of those people like, we're waiting. I'm gonna take my talents to South Beach. Me and my boys partied that night, man. We were in Miami when that happened. We were in this place, and it was called Landlubbers, and we watched it. Went crazy. The local news media was at this place, and I didn't make it on the thing, but oh well. But they were bringing out chicken wings. We were all getting free chicken wings and all this. It was awesome, man.
The funny part is J-Dub is part of the Sports Wars team. People are just like, he's probably just some troll. He's actually on the team, which makes it even better.
So somebody said flu game was really the hangover game.
Oh man. Well, I think we're gonna wrap this up. Somebody said MJ didn't care about wedding rings. He was collecting championship rings.
That's right. He don't have enough room on that hand, son.
Oh man. But yeah, I think we're gonna go wrap this up. I just kind of want to watch the game at this point. We just kind of wanted to go live and kind of, share that with a lot of you. And it was pretty tough, pretty heavy duty stuff, man. And we're all gonna miss Kobe. We're all gonna, just move forward with that Mamba mentality like he taught everybody. And if you guys got any closing thoughts, feel free to share them really quick. So
just that basically what we said all week, it's been a hard week to get through all this stuff. And it's good for, I feel like, what people want in times like this. You got two people. You've got some people that want to just be alone completely and be cut off. And then you got other people who really want to be together and like with everybody to help them, whether share the load or grieve together, whatever it is. And so I think that this is good, this opportunity for LA to kind of come together and grieve and remember Kobe. It's going to be tough because we have the All-Star game coming up in a couple weeks here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be the same thing over and over. So.
Yep. Jay, what you got?
Yeah, man, just life is a gift, man, and it's just enjoy and try to enjoy being around good people and things that you love, and don't waste time on foolish stuff. Don't waste time on it. So,
yeah,
I don't know. I just
it's all
what I
good.
constantly think about when I see how Kobe, he just didn't live a wasted life. He didn't waste his life on, like, he wanted to be the best basketball player. So he dedicated everything that like you said, that mentality to be the best. And it just showed, whether you loved him or hated him, whether he loved his teammate, like it just was going to be the best. And then, his family, like dedicated father and everything, just, I'm going to be the best. I'm going to be the best. That's important to me. That's what I love. That's what's important to me. And so he always did that. He just didn't seem like he wasted time on stuff that just wasn't important. He just moved on from his mistakes and tried to build something better, which is that it's just such a testimony, because sometimes when people fall into mistakes, and I don't want to mention it here, but everybody knows what I'm talking about. They never come out of that. You get what I'm saying? And like, he built something, so he did everything in his power to come out of that, and it was awesome. Wow, look at that. Did you see the tattoo?
I saw it earlier. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't want to ramble on, but that's.
No, you're good, man. Well, yeah, I mean, I've kind of, I've said all I want to say on it in terms of, like, I mean, I don't know how much more I can say. It's just, I'm going to move forward. I'm going to take the Mamba mentality and I'm going to apply it to Geeks and Gamers and everything we have going on in Geeks and Gamers.
Yeah, man.
That's what Kobe Bryant would want. And I'm looking to be successful, and I'm looking to, continue to build this, amazing brand that we've, we have going on. And these two gentlemen right here with me are going to be at the front of that. And we're going to be pressing forward. And I think that's the best thing, I can do, we can do. Me as a Kobe Bryant fan, and the reason I'm a Kobe Bryant fan is because of that Mamba mentality. And I loved his take no prisoners attitude. At the end of the day, man, you're going to ruffle feathers. You're going to piss people off. People aren't going to like you. Everybody's not going to like you. And you just got to move forward with what you think you've got to do. You can't worry about sensitive people. You can't worry about hurt feelings. You just got to move forward with your vision, building with your passion, and understand that everybody's not going to understand that. Everybody's not going to appreciate that. And ultimately, people are going to dislike you no matter what you do. So you might as well do what makes you happy and focus on what you need to do. And that's exactly what I'm going to do, is move forward.
And we surround ourselves with amazing people that encourage you, that want to see you succeed, that clap when you succeed. And it makes life amazing. It really does.
Right. That's right.
It really does. You guys make my life amazing.
Good man.
I'm gonna give you guys a quick feel.
Ooh,
All right.
Now it's
How y'all
definitely time to cut this stream now. But
Ryan's laughing. I got the tickle spot on. There you go.
It's not that ain't the tickle spot, but it'll make me smile.
I know I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna go over to Darth Barbie's stream right now and drop some hot dog
Tripod is
emojis.
real,
So,
everyone.
it is. It's
real.
kickstand. So if you guys want to, or is Nerdrotic still live? I'll probably jump back on Friday Night Tights, but I want to go. Krista's still live. She's getting really close to monetization, so go over to her stream, drop some hot dog emojis, and Nerdrotic was stream hosting her. All right, I'm gonna jump back on Nerdrotic stream. So you guys have a good night, and we'll talk to you later. Rest in peace, Kobe. Mamba mentality. Mamba out.